At approximately 6:55 p.m. on February 15th, 2026, officers patrolling near Southwest 15th Street and South Harvey Avenue observed a gray Chevy pickup traveling without a functioning license plate light. They pulled in behind the vehicle and attempted a traffic stop, but the driver refused to pull over and instead fled, initiating a pursuit.
25 Chevy 1060 Southwest 23rd Drive. He's taking off on it. Gray Chevy pickup. Partial tag is Robert David 427. Yeah, I'm going to be in pursuit coming up to a red. Yeah, I'm in pursuit. Just ran a red light south. On Southwest 23rd.
Your incident has been updated.
South on Broadway. Turn south on Broadway from Southwest 23rd. Turning east on Southwest 25th. Ran a stop sign.
Your incident has been updated.
Let's go south on Shields. South on Shields. Great pickup speeds over 74. Looks like he's setting up to go. Still southbound on Shields. West on 29th.
Your incident has been updated.
Traffic charges, tag is Robert David Edwards, 632. South on Drive, about to crash out. Still south on Drive, past Southwest 30th. Light traffic. Just went east. I think we're approaching dead end. You just went off road.
During the pursuit, the driver ran multiple red lights and stop signs. At one point, even driving the wrong way down a city street. He reached speeds of up to 75 miles per hour in areas posted at 35 to 40 miles per hour. When the vehicle veered off into a grassy field, officers attempted to box it in, but the driver managed to break through, and the pursuit could not be brought to a conclusion at that time.
Southwest 32nd.
He's like in a ravine right now. He's still moving up. Alright, someone go to the opposite side. To the east, he's coming in like a river. Where are you at, Joel? We're in like the Broadway and 31st technically, to the east. He's going down the river right now. A little pond. He's trying to make his way back up right now, though.
Your incident has been updated.
You got the no, he's back on the road right now. They're going to do a second now. Give me a second. We'll be easy on 29th now. I'll be lead car calling you.
Your incident has been updated.
I'm not keeping up. He's going out there to we're only 45 miles per hour right now.
Your incident has been updated.
Steve Godwin, he's going up there, that is. We're only 45 miles per hour right now.
Your incident
Medium
has
traffic.
been updated.
And they're slowing down. We're going to go northbound on Oklahoma from 29th.
Your incident.
15's right behind you on TVI.
Okay, we're going to be coming out onto 27th, and we're going to go westbound on 27th.
correction, eastbound Shields. And they're the wrong way right now, so we're going 1022 it. I'll see if they get back on the right side in a second. Okay, they're back on the right side of the road now. So they're gonna be on 25th. We're gonna pick this thing back up since they're back on the right side. It looked like they had to go that way. 55 miles per hour.
25 minutes, 30 TVS.
Okay, real passing, Robinson right now. 55, medium traffic. Coming up to the red light. And they slowed down. We're going to be southbound on Hudson now. 15, go ahead and take the lead.
Okay, we're going to be coming back to 29th right now.
He's going west on 29th. Setting up.
15, you go ahead and call it. That's your number one.
Let's go westbound on 29. Massey Walker. Light traffic, speeds 50.
Hey there, one up here. Dispatch, make sure Santa Fe knows, and if they're make sure they're monitoring on our channel if they're in the area.
They are.
Speeds 45. Took the TV out.
Good TVI.
After the first pit maneuver, the pickup showed visible damage and began emitting smoke. Yet the suspect remained determined, steering through the chaos and continuing to flee despite the failing vehicle.
We lost the tire back there. West on 23rd, or east on 23rd, it's about to lose it. Yeah, blue tire. TBI.
Second TBI. Pin it. They just rammed us.
They just rammed us.
I'll be one car. We're on Ollie. We're gonna be northbound, passing 32nd now.
Okay, start aiming this 20 or 33rd in Chartel. Out of it. 10:30, we do not need ambulance.
A third pit maneuver ultimately disabled the pickup near Southwest 31st Street, and the driver, a 17-year-old, surrendered and was taken into custody. He now faces charges related to fleeing from law enforcement, along with multiple traffic violations. At approximately 11:40 a.m. on March 1st, 2026, Trooper Glover was on patrol when a Ford Fiesta sped past at nearly 130 miles per hour. Glover attempted to pursue, but was unable to keep up. At the same time, Trooper Monroe received a request for assistance, quickly located the suspect vehicle, and immediately took up the pursuit.
Blue Rock 2 Bay at 263. We're Adam 9, 1037.
Adam, Robert, Henry, 3 times. Pass him on the shoulder.
Copy secondary. 57 south. Coming up on this area. Either 115, 117.
Looks like a whiter Hispanic male with a tan hat on.
White male with a tan hat on.
91, I'll try to set up like one. He just passed another car on the right shoulder coming up on the 3.
I'm up on the 3.
We're going to be taking exit 3, notify Sherwood.
2-4 taking exit 3, notifying Sherwood.
Ran the red light at Wildwood. On the surface road on Gordon. Gordon. TBI, minus the 2. He's back on the interstate.
TBI, right at the 2, 11:45 p.m.
Officer, back out the window.
Still bang out the window.
Hands up!
After a pit maneuver brought the vehicle to a stop, the driver was taken into custody without further incident. Officers also recovered a black bag the suspect had thrown from the vehicle during the chase. Inside were several small bags believed to contain marijuana and methamphetamine. The driver also showed signs of stimulant use. At approximately 9:18 p.m. on March 22, 2026, Trooper Marino was on patrol along Highway 174 in Hempstead County when he observed a vehicle traveling in the opposite direction at a high rate of speed. Radar confirmed the vehicle was moving at 120 miles per hour. Marino immediately turned around and began pursuing the vehicle.
I guess it was the one on 174 south, going towards 355. It's a sedan, dark color sedan.
Yeah, you can 23 and I'll be at 21 a little further over.
CMS received. CMS comments center.
My speeds are 120, just going around the curve. Should be coming up to 355 here in a second.
CMS comments center. CMS comments center.
Stop sign on 355.
CMS comments center.
Okay. He just wrecked into the church, Bethany Church. Getting out with it.
He sprayed into the building.
Show me your fucking hands! Show me your fucking hands! Show me your fucking hands! Hands! Driver, put your fucking hands out the car! He wrecked in a Bethany church. I got him at gunpoint. Passengers injured. Roll EMS. Step out with your hands up! Hands up! Stand up! 10-4. I got 2 at gunpoint. Stop reaching!
Following the crash, the driver complied with officers and was taken into custody. The female passenger appeared to be in pain from the impact, but was later evaluated and found to have no serious injuries.
Hey, keep your hands out. Yeah, you're.
On December 2nd, 2025, around 8 p.m., Clark County deputies were investigating a burglary and vehicle theft in Northeast Vancouver involving a stolen car believed to contain a firearm. The vehicle was later found parked at a Starbucks near West Main Street and State Route 503 in Battleground. As officers moved in, with additional grappler-equipped units requested, the suspect accelerated and fled. A pursuit followed, and despite tire deflation devices damaging the tires, the suspect continued to run.
Northbound 72nd.
Hands up!
Back up, back up. Get in your car and pin him. Get in your car, pin him.
Back up. Mike, if you ran to the car, you're going to get us back.
Hands up right now! In front of you?
I've got this thing.
You are coming back.
On December 8th, 2025, at approximately 11:12 a.m., Trooper Miller was patrolling southbound on Interstate 49, just south of mile marker 77, when he observed a dark blue Honda Accord with heavy front-end damage, traveling at a high rate of speed. His front radar was active and registered the vehicle at 122 miles per hour in a 70 mile per hour zone. Trooper Miller immediately activated his emergency lights and siren and began closing the distance.
Four units, next direct, 32, 637.
When the driver refused to stop, Trooper Miller executed a pit maneuver near mile marker 74, successfully ending the pursuit. The driver was identified as 19-year-old Parker Duncan. During initial contact, Trooper Miller noted that Duncan was sweating heavily, despite temperatures around 33 degrees Fahrenheit. His behavior was highly agitated and erratic. No odor of alcohol was detected, leading Trooper Miller to suspect possible drug use prior to the incident. The vehicle was also later confirmed to be connected to a previous crash. On December 15, 2025, at approximately 7:30 a.m., the Batesville Police Department issued a "Be on the lookout" alert for a vehicle reported stolen from a Casey's gas station. While patrolling the area of Highway 69, Sergeant Trewin observed a vehicle traveling southbound that matched the description provided in the alert. The driver also matched the suspect description.
Where's all next 44's residence. Yeah, that's my direction, 12-3. 42 Newport, this is going to be the suspect vehicle. Trying to make a stop now at Sulphur Rock. Vehicle 69 southbound, go to Sulphur Rock now, reduce pursuit. Newport, they're not stopping, go ahead and check it, 1037.
CFS comments edited.
After the suspect attempted to flee, Sergeant Trewin immediately executed a pit maneuver. The vehicle rotated clockwise, left the right side of the roadway, struck a traffic sign, collided with several trees, and hit another traffic sign. Taken into custody without further incident. The suspect was wearing clothing with retail tags still attached, and was found concealing an unopened package of screwdrivers in his pants. The suspect admitted the items had been stolen. At approximately 9:37 p.m. on December 6, 2025, Sergeants Chamello and Blake Davis were at Troop D headquarters when they received word that St. Francis County Sheriff's deputies were pursuing a gray Dodge Charger northbound on U.S. Highway 1 near their location. Both sergeants immediately responded, heading north and quickly catching up with the deputies involved in the chase. Sergeant Chamello quickly caught up to the pursuit and took over as the primary unit on U.S. Highway 1, south of Highway 306, with speeds exceeding 150 miles per hour. He observed the suspect vehicle make a sudden left turn onto Highway 306. Chamello accelerated in an attempt to keep pace, but was only able to maintain visual contact from a distance. Near Highway 193, the fleeing driver attempted to shut off the vehicle's lights and brake suddenly, causing a collision with a patrol car. Sergeant Chimello seized the moment and executed another pit maneuver, sending the suspect vehicle into a ditch where it came to a stop. The driver was taken into custody without further incident. The passenger fled on foot, but was captured nearby by Sergeant Davis. During the arrests, both individuals were noted to have a strong odor of alcohol. On September 24, 2023, at approximately 9:21 p.m., a suspect identified as Brian Brown led law enforcement on a high-speed pursuit along Interstate 30. Brown was driving a 2006 BMW while operating with a suspended driver's license and displaying a fictitious license plate. Brown was initially observed speeding westbound on Interstate 30 and refused to stop when officers attempted a traffic stop. He exited the interstate at Geyer Springs Road, where he ran 2 red lights before re-entering Interstate 30 eastbound. Once back on the interstate, the vehicle accelerated to speeds exceeding 120 miles per hour in an attempt to flee, repeatedly driving in a reckless manner and nearly causing several collisions.
You in front of headquarters?
Let me east of it.
A pit maneuver was executed on eastbound Interstate 30 near the Stanton Road overpass, successfully bringing the pursuit to an end. Following the crash, Brian Brown was pronounced deceased at the scene. During a search of the vehicle, officers located a FN-57 semi-automatic handgun inside the car. On January 1st, 2026, at approximately 8:05 p.m., Sergeant Davenport was notified by Arkansas State Police Troop C dispatch that the Truman Police Department was pursuing a stolen vehicle traveling northbound on Highway 555. Sergeant Davenport quickly located the pursuit and joined in.
County,
Shortly after taking the lead in the pursuit, Sergeant Davenport executed a pit maneuver, causing the suspect's vehicle to leave the roadway, enter a ditch, and strike a Department of Transportation fence, resulting in damage. Despite the impact, the vehicle managed to escape the ditch and continued fleeing along Apache Drive before heading northbound on Red Wolf Road.
Going on the oncoming traffic west on Highland, coming up to Caraway.
After Sergeant Davenport's second pit attempt was unsuccessful, Trooper Brian Merrill joined the pursuit and assumed the lead position. Shortly afterward, Trooper Merrill executed a successful pit maneuver, causing the vehicle to slide off the roadway and become disabled. Officers from the Truman Police Department, the Craighead County Sheriff's Office, and the Jonesboro Police Department assisted in taking the suspects into custody. Both the driver and the passenger were arrested without further incident. At approximately 6:57 p.m. on August 27, 2025, an Independence officer observed a black Chrysler 300 near US 40 and Peak Road, speeding, weaving, and displaying only a rear license plate. The officer initiated a traffic stop, and the driver initially complied by pulling over.
427, 1041. Pittman and 38th, says black, Chrysler 300, George 8, David 1, Robert, George 8, David 1, Robert.
Dispatch will see.
Have your stop at Pittman and 38. Your plate is 1019.
As the first officer prepared to approach the vehicle, a second officer arrived on scene. Just as the initial contact was about to be made, the driver suddenly accelerated and fled. The second officer immediately initiated the pursuit.
427, the vehicle's taken off for southbound Pittman. Black Chrysler 300. Looks like 2 or 3 occupants. Southbound Pittman. Up on the 41st. There's no traffic. Speeds are 75. Keep it out yourself. I'm secondary. I'll start calling that. We're eastbound 42nd from the church. Speed to 60. No traffic with us currently. Original charges were CNI. Alright, it looks like we're gonna go eastbound. Still no traffic with us currently. Speeds are 50 and climbing. We got southbound Sterling. No traffic with us still. Speed 60 and climbing. Briefly went into oncoming to pass vehicles at 47th Street. 495. Second man chance of black belt driver. Didn't get any further description of him. Our speeds at 92. No traffic with us currently. Southbound Sterling, passing 53rd. We haven't already passed. Need assistance with some stops at 73. Coming up to Blue Ridge. So we're going to go westbound Blue Ridge. Speeds of 50 and climbing. Passing 20 car and turn right. No other traffic with us. Continuing off Blue Ridge, back at passing 58th Terrace. Speeds are 65 to 70. Or braking for a red light at 59. That's not what was very late. Speeds continuing to 60. Westbound 63rd from Blue Ridge Boulevard. Light traffic, all the way to the right. Right at Redtown Road. And we yield force. Speed 50 and climbing. No traffic with us currently.
Throughout the incident, the driver fled through residential and commercial areas at speeds exceeding 100 miles per hour, passing vehicles in opposing lanes, running traffic lights, and driving through heavy cross traffic. While traveling northbound on Blue Ridge Cutoff, the suspect spotted an officer deploying spike strips ahead. He swerved around two civilian vehicles stopped at a red light, causing a minor collision, ran the red light, and made a right turn to avoid the spike strip deployment.
Town, can you check on those two vehicles? I think they may have hit a mirror. It's a gray GMC and the rental car.
We're down the rebound with a ridge cut off from 61st. Speed to 8 miles an hour. Westbound 59. 59, speed to 60. No traffic with this. We're still westbound. No
Parkway Drive. Speed 60 and 5 at no traffic limit still. Parkway Drive, 57. Speeds are 60 miles an hour. No traffic limit. Westbound, 50 minutes. And ticket.
Driver! Hands! Get out! Get on the ground! On the ground, motherfucker! You're gonna get tased! On the ground! On the ground! On the ground! Don't move! Hold on. Crawl back to me! Crawl back to me! Crawl back to me! Crawl, motherfucker! Crawl!
After the crash, the driver, identified as Curtis Johnson III, complied with officers and was taken into custody. A search of the vehicle revealed a 5.56 caliber AR-style pistol with no serial number, loaded with 31 rounds, approximately 25 grams of marijuana, 2 boxes of 5.56 ammunition. Johnson later waived his Miranda rights and stated he fled because he did not have a valid driver's license and feared being arrested.
I can't breathe, bro. You're fine.
On December 4th, 2025, at about 3:45 p.m., deputies with the SJSO task force attempted to stop a vehicle on Interstate 95 near the 331-kilometer marker, and the situation escalated almost immediately.
You come back here with me, my man? I'm just going to get all your information while you're back here with me, okay? St. John's, he's taking off. St. John's, he's going the wrong way in traffic on 95.
I got you, go.
Show me your hands! Nothing? Clear? Clear! Driver Mike, very short, close crop hair, middle-aged, around his 40s, light blue shirt, light pants, going northeast into the woods.
He just stole a white van. He's headed back towards the IGP.
He just stole a white van.
Heavy traffic, opposite lane to travel. He's just threading the middle. If we can get stop sticks located at north of US 1 and south of US 1, looks like he's aiming to go northbound, approaching the intersection of US 1.
Call 907, I have a good hit on stop stick.
Northbound on the train tracks, northbound on the train tracks. He's on the west side of the train tracks, traveling on the gravel side, northbound on the train tracks.
St. John's, I believe he's losing 6 tires. Just lost the tire.
Get ready for a bail, guys. Running into the wood line.
Come here! Show me your hands! Show me your hands!
One foot into the wood line.
Still northbound along a trail paralleling northbound amongst the train tracks. Diving into the bushes. Looks like he might be gassing out if you guys are still...
Multiple law enforcement resources were deployed, including K-9 units from SJSO and the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office, along with aerial support. The SJSO air unit tracked the suspect closely and guided ground units to his location, where a K-9 engagement occurred and the suspect was taken into custody. The suspect was identified as 33-year-old Tamal Rico Bowe, a dangerous, armed and wanted Interpol fugitive sought in the Bahamas for armed robbery. He was also wanted in Broward County for meth possession and resisting law enforcement.
We gotta get you out of here now.
At about 5:25 p.m. on June 27, 2022, the Lonoc County Sheriff's Office received a call about a man who had stolen a dump truck and was trying to escape. Deputies quickly began pursuing the vehicle, but once located, the suspect drove erratically, swerving across the roadway and becoming increasingly reckless. Officers knew that stopping a suspect in control of such a massive, heavy-duty truck, especially one being driven so dangerously, would be a serious challenge.
talking to Kevin. They've got spike strips coming. Just let us know where he goes. We'll get spiked.
They clean that immediately turns the gravel up here.
Yes, sir. A few times since you stated request, asking for their assistance, so they know we are asking for their assistance.
Roger, maybe I'm going to come there through on.
104, you want around?
West on Granger. Going back northbound.
Get out of the way!
As deputies kept up the chase, Trooper Cornwell deployed a spike strip in an effort to disable the dump truck. The vehicle did hit the strip, but with so many tires, a single puncture wasn't nearly enough to stop it from rolling on.
Yeah, eastbound. We're going back to 89 and 15. He just totaled out 58 units.
Your unit that was set up 1050, my unit's advising they just hit him. Confirm they just hit your unit.
Minutes later, Trooper Little positioned his patrol car across the road as a barricade, hoping to force the suspect to stop. For a brief moment, it looked like the driver might comply, but his next move made it clear to officers that they needed to be even more alert and cautious in handling the situation.
Let's try again. Say dial, then the phone number, or say call, then the full name and phone type you want to call.
We're still west on Carson Bridge. Actually, we're at Carson.
Sorry, I missed that.
I'm on west on Carson from 15.
You can interrupt this code message and give a command by pressing the voice button on the steering wheel. To make a call, say things like call John Smith, call John Smith work, or dial 206-555-188. To launch a personal assistant on your connected phone, press and hold the voice button on the steering wheel.
Southbound Charlie Loop. Southbound Charlie Loop.
Arkansas State Police brought in additional patrol units to try to bring the chase under control, setting up more spike strips along the route. But once again, the traps had little effect on the massive dump truck. The suspect kept pushing forward, driving recklessly and creating a dangerous situation for other motorists on the road.
bridge northbound. Instructions over unit. Over the bridge, the north corner. Still covered with it.
Only take that.
Very good.
Primaries will be secondary where it's off. 20 miles an hour.
To 5, I'll take you get on Carson Bridge Road, book the dog. We're coming right in, check it out, 17.
We'll let you get up there beside him. I might be able to finish that.
The gunfire appeared to take effect as the dump truck began to slow. One officer used his patrol car to try and force the vehicle down even further, but the suspect remained stubborn and reckless, deliberately colliding with the patrol unit. Officers stayed on high alert, fully aware that his dangerous behavior meant he would remain a serious threat until completely stopped and taken into custody.
You still rolling? Yeah, we're rolling at about 5 miles an hour.
Put it park! Put it park! Put it park! You got it, get that. Get him out, get him out.
A few minutes later, the dump truck finally came to a complete stop. Officers moved in quickly with weapons drawn and took the driver into custody without further incident. He was identified as 29-year-old Trevor Strickland. Strickland now faces multiple charges, including attempted capital murder, 6 to 30 years in prison, theft by receiving, 5 to 20 years, and fleeing, 3 to 10 years. While no serious injuries were reported, the pursuit caused significant property damage. On Saturday, April 20th, 2024, around 8:31 p.m., Trooper Taylor was driving west on Interstate 40 near mile marker 216 when he noticed a red Ford Fusion displaying a tag registered to a white Land Rover. Suspecting a fictitious plate, he attempted a stop, but as soon as his emergency lights came on, the driver fled westbound, pushing past 120 miles per hour, weaving through traffic and nearly hitting another vehicle near the 212-mile marker. Because of the driver's increasingly reckless behavior, Trooper Taylor attempted a pit near the 211-mile marker. The maneuver sent the Fusion spinning counterclockwise across the roadway, but the driver managed to regain control and continued fleeing at high speed. Near the 209-mile marker, a third pit finally disabled the vehicle. Troopers conducted a felony stop, ordering the driver and passenger out at gunpoint. The driver was identified as Jalisha Muldrew, with Cordell Lowe in the front passenger seat. In the back, troopers discovered two children, a 9-month-old infant and a 3-year-old toddler. Muldrew was taken into custody without further incident and transported to the Brinkley Police Department Detention Center. At about 11:11 a.m. on November 7th, 2025, Trooper Davis was patrolling near Colonel Glenn Road and Interstate 430 when he spotted a blue Dodge Charger with Texas plate VDW 1500, the same vehicle that had fled from the Alexander Police Department on November 1st. A NCIC check showed the registration was expired. Trooper Davis attempted a traffic stop, but the driver, later identified as Malik Moore, cut into the Sonic parking lot at 11,700 Colonel Glenn. looped around the building, then shot back onto Colonel Glenn Road, speeding westbound to flee.
Final stop is going to be the Sonic on Colonel Glenn. 856 standby. He may be coming back out to Colonel Glenn.
Put your hands up right there! Put your hands up right there!
Moments later, Officer Chase Landry arrived and boxed the vehicle in from the front, bringing the chase to an end. Moore was removed from the vehicle and taken into custody without further incident. A post-stop investigation revealed the car had no liability insurance, a defective rear tire, and that Moore was not wearing a seatbelt. Records also showed his driver's license was suspended.
Shut the fuck up!
On the night of July 26, 2022, in Walton County, Georgia, Deputy Bowling spotted a motorcycle with no license plate. When the deputy attempted to pull the rider over, the motorcyclist ignored the lights and sirens, accelerated, and led deputies on a high-speed pursuit.
Put me on a motorbike, buddy, on 1080. Highway 78 eastbound, heading towards Monroe, past the railroad. I know this people are riding. Tipping the stuff over the roadway. Right Southview Drive, leaving my road coming off the exit on the 78 right now. Miner's in the lead of chase. Just taking a ride on your knees here. 1022, back on Highway 78.
A few minutes later, while trying to escape onto the grassy median, the motorcyclist lost control and crashed. He surrendered and was taken into custody without further incident. When asked why he fled, the suspect claimed his throttle was stuck. Ultimately, he was sentenced to 2 years in prison, followed by 6 months of probation upon release. But just 1 month after getting out, he found himself back behind bars.
Yeah, cool. He come back with a motorcycle license, anything suspended. Ain't come back yet. I know him somewhere.
So you real because you ain't got a license? Okay. Alright.
At the house, y'all can arrest me. Okay, right over here. Okay,
Yeah, 619 2022.
Clear. Got this too. Alright. Does he put this in there? He's gonna ride?
At approximately 10:30 a.m. on January 2nd, 2025, near Northeast 27th Street and Eastern Avenue, officers attempted to stop a driver with an active warrant. The driver refused to pull over, leading to a pursuit.
He's going to come back northbound on Walker. Northbound.
They're northbound Walker.
Through the Casey's gas station parking lot. Now Johnny's still in the parking lot. Out to the service road.
Going back. Left on 240. Left on 240. On DDI now. $50 still left now on 240. Westbound past Western.
TBI crash, start medical. 240 in May, start medical.
After a pit maneuver near May Avenue in southwest Oklahoma City, the suspect, identified as 35-year-old Kayla Cervantes, was taken to a local hospital and later transported to the Cleveland County Detention Center. Officers also recovered fentanyl, methamphetamine, heroin, and drug paraphernalia from the pickup truck. At approximately 5:42 p.m. on April 9th, 2024, Officer Palmer with the Monroe Police Department observed a vehicle with heavily tinted windows and attempted a traffic stop. The driver initially slowed, then suddenly accelerated and fled, forcing a pursuit, unaware that behind the darkened glass, something far more disturbing was being concealed.
Radio 330, I am 1080.
All units, 1033.
Romeo, India, 7028, RORI 7028, a white Lexus, passenger car radio, Walker Drive, approach South Broad. Alright, made a left on South Broad, heading towards town, past the Fan Road.
South Broad, past the Fan Road.
What's Georgia? Right now, 1 to 10, reckless.
Location.
Passing Mirror Street. John Supermarket, Davis. LT, if I get in the area, I have permission to pit.
Where are you at? Coming down Church Street.
Passing Washington, crossing over Spring.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to catch up.
30. Cross Marable.
GSP 637, I'm right here, Susie.
Coming up on 78.
Hurry, let GSP.
Throughout the pursuit, the driver drove with extreme recklessness, maintaining high speeds and weaving through traffic even as congestion increased. Based on this behavior, officers were legally justified under Georgia law to use a PIT maneuver to bring the pursuit to an end.
10-4, past Deer Acres, coming up on Tanglewood.
Yeah.
10-9 last unit.
That's Charlotte Route.
Crossing over Charlotte Route. The vehicle's registered out of Hall. I don't know if it's trying to get that location.
$37 all units. 58 and 30 stay in it. Everybody else turn around. They're about to leave the city.
Coming up on Bruce's.
Do you want me to take primary? 10-4. Just want to slide over, let you come around so we get a chance.
10-4. Whoever's secondary, start calling this thing. We're trying to pay better attention.
Highway 11 north, coming up on John Deere. Monroe units at 58 and 30, 1022. They're out of the city. 30 out. That's a big bus.
Clear on that one, Brad.
Hey, I can pit this guy if I got permission. I'll get there for the spot.
.330, 37. If you gotta use your discretion on the pit. Right now, you can put a bonus 330. J, radio. Just made a left. Mountain Creek Church Road.
Radio's clear.
37, you go with 48, continue. 10-4, if you're close, I still need all the city out of the city. Bye-bye. Still Mountain Creek Church Road.
Yes, sir. Go. Yes, sir.
Straight South Mountain Creek Church Road to Double Spring Road.
Radio's clear, Double Spring Church.
Did you get a registration to return? Hey, is that GSP behind me? I'm gonna let you go around.
Still Mountain Creek Church. Direction Double Spring. Speed. Alright. GSP, just be advised, you got a K9 behind you, be bush box.
I'm on it.
Double Springs and Denny. If you continue, there's a sharp turn to the right down by the reservoir. Just be advised. Springs past the reservoir. Left on New Hope Church Road. Left on New Hope Church. Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
After about 8 minutes, the Georgia State Patrol took over as the primary pursuing agency and quickly ended the chase with a precise pit maneuver, forcing the vehicle off the roadway. The driver was identified as Daniel Lee Campbell, a fugitive with active warrants. Campbell admitted he was carrying methamphetamine and marijuana and was under the influence at the time. In court, he claimed his reckless behavior was due to being high and said he was now trying to get clean. The judge was unmoved, stating he didn't care about Campbell's addiction. What mattered was ensuring his 20-year-old daughter could drive to Publix without being killed by someone high on drugs. At about 3:41 a.m. on March 17, 2024, Trooper Ruiz was alerted to a stolen vehicle traveling on U.S. Route 1 through the automated license plate reader system. A database check confirmed the vehicle had been reported stolen. While traveling south on Route 1 near Fairhaven Avenue, Trooper Ruiz observed a gray sedan run a red light just as his signal turned green for a left turn. As he made a U-turn, the sedan accelerated northbound at high speed. Ruiz activated his emergency lights and siren, but the driver refused to stop, sparking a pursuit.
He might be trying to flip the U-turn. He's definitely trying to get back to Maryland. We're at Franklin Street, flipping a U-turn. Going back southbound Route 1, coming up on 495.
Southbound Route 1.
Try to keep him on Route 1 if you can. You just made contact with 1748 again. Force him west. Alright, westbound local.
Westbound local in.
I put the U-turn at Fairhaven. He started eluding before I realized there was someone there. We're getting on westbound now from Route 1. There's light traffic. We're only at 95 right now. We're at 95 trying to roll and roadblock it right now. Alright, we're coming up on Telegraph, center lane. Alright, he just hit 1748 again. The 176 over 6.
Yeah, 176 over 6.
Coming up on Telegraph.
Coming up.
Left lane. Passing 176 speed. Speed 75. Light traffic. Yep, keep him westbound.
He's running on purpose, so once I get a chance.
Yep, we got a break in traffic right here.
I'll be coming up on y'all here in a second.
He just, I think he rear-ended 1740 again, it's hard to tell. We're trying to roll and roadblock him again. We're west of Telegraph right now.
Try to keep it slow, that way you can catch up and get him. E36, I'll be at Van Dorn.
Vehicle's occupied 3 times. Driver's a black male, short dreads. Coming up on Eisenhower, still trying to roll and roadblock him. Still trying to roll and roadblock, speed 70, light traffic, right lane. I don't think 75 miles an hour. Coming up on Eisenhower.
The pursuit continued at speeds near 100 miles per hour in a 55-mile-per-hour zone. 3 patrol units took the lead, attempting coordinated maneuvers to bring the chase to a safe end. Officers worked to contain the suspect, but the driver kept swerving through traffic and creating dangerous situations in an effort to escape. What he didn't seem to realize was that Florida State Troopers are experts at the pit maneuver, and if he didn't stop soon, one was inevitable.
Off the road, west of Eisenhower, 173 over 8, light traffic, 85. All right, switch, we get past the traffic now at the bottom of the ramp. We got two vehicles ahead of us right here.
We got multiple solo law enforcement. Just let's make sure 301's direct on that. We're going to get this car out.
301 on direct. I'm also on 95 south.
648, that's me. Keep running. So my car got some pretty good damage. Just door whenever you're ready. You guys work on that. I got the radio coming up on back, looking a mile. Light traffic speed 110.
Stand by for pit, north of backwards, north of backwards.
10-4 north of backlit.
And we'll start moving right now. Southbound, he's got crazy damage around it right now. Fortunately, I got the radio. Y'all go ahead, do y'all job. People just 1050 hard across all lanes.
I got it.
Clear. Lane can drive. These bars and drive still forward. Avalon. East hold center for Avalon. Still toward Avalon.
On the evening of April 23rd, 2025, Trooper Linkus of the Arkansas Interstate Criminal Patrol responded to a pursuit involving a black Dodge Dart attempting to flee from law enforcement. When Trooper Linkus arrived on the scene, several officers were already engaged in the chase. He quickly took the lead position and began pursuing the vehicle.
Texas, Frank Boyd, Tom, 4105. It's a black Dodge Dart. TV'd it, but he drove back out of it. He's driving through yards.
A few minutes later, Trooper Linkus executed a tactical vehicle intervention, causing the suspect's vehicle to spin counterclockwise and crash into a nearby parking lot. However, the suspect regained control of the vehicle and began fleeing in the opposite direction.
Advise the other units to get out of the way, and I'll get up here and end it. Hey, middle cop, this is me right here behind you.
I'm gonna stay right, you go left.
Back primary.
Top 6 are Richland Balfour. Top 6 in Richland Balfour.
Shortly after, Trooper Linkus executed another tactical vehicle intervention, causing the suspect's vehicle to crash into a guardrail and come to a stop next to a drainage ditch. Trooper Middlecoff quickly positioned his vehicle to block the suspect's vehicle. The driver then jumped into the front passenger seat and claimed to be a passenger. However, officers confirmed there were no other individuals in the vehicle. The driver was subsequently taken into custody without further incident.
That dude wasn't driving, I think. I don't know. I slammed on my damn brakes and hold on. Yeah, I didn't see it. You see somebody down there? Ready to go. That dude wasn't driving, I don't think. Stand by.
On August 30th, 2025, at around 11:50 p.m., the Leesburg Police Department received a report of property damage on Magnolia Court, where a suspect was believed to have broken into his girlfriend's home before fleeing the scene in a black Honda Accord. Lee County Sheriff's deputies immediately began searching the area for the vehicle. A few minutes later, at approximately 11:57 p.m., Sergeant Hughes spotted a vehicle matching the description traveling southbound on U.S. Highway 19 near Century Road. Sergeant Hughes attempted a traffic stop, but the driver refused to comply and a pursuit ensued.
Clear. I'm going out with it. Clear.
Passing Tabitha now, still traveling southbound. They still got their flashers on. He's weaving in and out of traffic. He's making the speed. 10:46.
You could have had a GSP, they were just only there. What did the city have on?
Criminal trespass, advised he kicked in his girlfriend's door. Trespass, advised he kicked in his girlfriend's door.
Well, Lee County, we're going to be going down McIntosh, heading back towards Slappy. Taking a left on Harding, North Harding.
15,
CFS comments added.
Road to a stop sign, 10th Avenue.
Continue on 9th Avenue.
Just don't need one of y'all calling it out.
CFS comments added.
Good thing I'm ahead of you.
Going south on Harding, just went 37. 12, if you're the backup unit, you call it out.
Negative, I'm directly behind him.
CFS comments added.
He just wrecked. We're continuing.
We taking
The pursuit continued through the streets of Albany, where the suspect failed to stop for multiple stop signs and red lights. It ended near the 600 block of West 3rd Avenue after the vehicle struck a curb and came to a stop. The driver, later identified as Ramey Thomas, jumped out while the car was still rolling and tried to flee on foot, but immediately fell to the ground. Officers quickly caught up to him and took him into custody after a brief foot chase.
Hey, stay inside for me!
At approximately 3:23 p.m. on July 18th, 2024, Trooper A. Cass observed a black four-door car traveling above the posted 60-mile-per-hour speed limit. The vehicle crossed multiple lanes on I-630 West near mile marker 8 toward the I-430 North exit, then suddenly accelerated and passed several other motorists. As Trooper Cass closed the distance behind the vehicle, his radar confirmed a speed of 77 miles per hour. Trooper Cass initiated a stop as the vehicle took exit 8B to I-430 North, where it eventually came to a stop on the east shoulder near mile marker 7.
What about your insurance and your registration? You don't have it in your glove box or anything?
The driver stated she was in a hurry to take her child to the doctor and did not have a driver's license, vehicle registration, or proof of insurance. When asked for her identifying information, the driver provided the name Becca Smith, age 23. When Trooper Cass returned to his patrol unit to verify the information, the driver suddenly accelerated away from the stop, and a pursuit was immediately initiated.
Be going east on Rodney Carroll. Turned on Breckenridge Drive. No traffic, speeds are at 65. Speeds are 85, still no traffic. We're north on Breckenridge Drive, passing Millbrook Road. Passing Danbury Court.
35, if you're with her, call it. Take a come up on Campbell, come up on Campbell. Take a left on Campbell, one west on Campbell. West on Campbell. Now you gotta keep giving those speeds and traffic. Going south, south on 430, south on 430. Second light, D60. Forward to get a chance to be going into the GDI. Went in it.
To prevent further danger to the public, Trooper Cass executed a successful pit maneuver at approximately 125 miles per hour on I-430 South. The fleeing vehicle struck the east side guardrail and rolled into the median. The driver was ejected into the median, sustaining serious injuries but ultimately surviving after receiving medical treatment. Her reckless decisions had escalated the situation to a severe and dangerous outcome.
I don't think there's anybody else in the car.
At approximately 12:16 a.m. on June 9, 2025, Trooper Derek was conducting a routine traffic stop on a white Toyota Camry. The driver was identified as Jamari Washington, who admitted he did not have a valid driver's license. Trooper Derek instructed Washington to pull over to the right shoulder near the intersection of Pleasant Grove Road and Jeffries Highway. Instead of complying, Washington slowly rolled from Pleasant Grove onto Jeffries Highway while remaining in the roadway. Trooper Derek shouted commands for him to stop and pull onto the grass, but Washington suddenly accelerated and fled southbound on Jeffries Highway at a high rate of speed, prompting a pursuit.
2 occupants. Reason for the stop was blowing through a checkpoint. .75, no traffic. Coming up on Gunter Street. 2 occupants. Driver stated he did not have a valid license, either no DL or DUS signatory.
Road conditions. Check. When you call 3-3 or Lewis Wood Jones. 10-4. Turn it on the Keegan off of Relative. 10-4. 79, speed and location.
74 miles an hour. About to pass Mordell Court on Keegan.
The Cordell Court.
Coming up on Cottesville Highway. Blue lights up here at the intersection. Going south on Cottesville Highway.
10-4, what's your speed?
60. I've got, looks like 2 units behind me, probably County, I'm assuming. Speeds are 90. They just threw a wallet or something out of the road, or out onto the roadway.
10-4, Charleston, they're just turn up for get them set.
Sure. South, so navigate.
Got a green light here at Robertson. He's turning left on Robertson. We're on Barricada Road, Barricada. There's a left on Barricada coming towards Live Oak Street now.
10-4.
Traffic.
No traffic at all. We're on Live Oak Street. We turned right on Live Oak. I'm trying to move in for a pit when he slows down, but I haven't gotten a chance.
10-4, watch for pedestrians, match intersection.
10-4, we're at 75 miles an hour now. Coming up on 7th Street. We're on Live Oak Street still. Made a right turn. We're behind a church or something here. He's off road. Bush bond, driver's black male, camo jacket.
After a brief pursuit, Trooper Derek lost sight of the vehicle and the 2 suspects. A subsequent search was conducted, but yielded no results. A records check later revealed that Washington had multiple driver's license suspensions, including a prior conviction for driving while suspended within the past 5 years. On July 21, 2025, at approximately 1 a.m., an Oklahoma City police officer was patrolling near South High Avenue and Southeast 29th Street when a red pickup truck drifted over the center line into oncoming traffic. The vehicle came to a stop in front of a residence, but as the officer approached, the driver suddenly reversed, slammed into the patrol car, and fled the scene recklessly.
Just hit another car pulling up in the driveway, going westbound on 42nd. All the road going through Phillips westbound. He hit my car. Yeah, 10-4. He almost hit me with the car.
Sorry for a second there.
Wrecked out again.
Less than a minute into the pursuit, the driver, later identified as 18-year-old Daniel Placinia Lopez, lost control and crashed into a utility pole. Placinia surrendered without further resistance but appeared distraught, yelling that he had done nothing wrong. A search of the truck revealed an open container of alcohol and a strong odor of liquor inside the vehicle. Authorities said the teen now faces multiple charges, including assaulting an officer, underage DUI, hit and run, reckless driving, and fleeing from police.
Get out of the car!
Get out of the car! Get out of the car!
Everybody slow down. We got enough better.
Hey, get your hand up.
Show me your hands!
Your call has been updated.
Get your hands up. Go.
On June 6, 2021, around 1:30 a.m., Trooper Miller and Corporal Zaw were stationary on Interstate 75 northbound at Moores Mill Road when they detected multiple vehicles traveling over 100 miles per hour. Trooper Miller spotted a white Dodge Charger with two rear passengers sitting on the window sills, filming with cell phones, appearing to promote illegal street racing. The group exited onto Northside Parkway and stopped at a red light. Trooper Miller positioned one car behind the Charger and again saw the passengers hanging out of the windows filming. When the light turned green, the Charger turned left, accelerated, and ran a red light as Trooper Miller attempted a traffic stop using lights and sirens.
1050, just hit main contact. We're back southbound, coming up on West Pace. This is a white Challenger.
Realizing the Charger showed no signs of slowing down and was posing a serious threat to public safety, Trooper Miller made the decision to perform a high-speed pit maneuver to end the pursuit. The crash sent the vehicle off the right shoulder into a wooded area where it struck a tree and came to a stop. Trooper Miller approached the scene. Cobb County officers detained a young black female near the tree line. One young black male was found near the passenger door with a leg injury, and another was partially inside the front passenger area.
I don't know how to get in there. Stand here for me. Do you have a driver's license? Yeah. All right. Look, I don't want you. Are you able to put your hands on this side and pull your shirt up?
I can't.
Here. I don't want you popping out here, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Was there anybody else inside the vehicle?
There was one more person.
There was one more person. What'd they look like?
And the reason I'm asking, okay, we need to know in case there's somebody that needs medical attention that's laying out here dying in these woods. Tell me right now, who are they, what they look like, so we can try to find them and help them if they need it.
Okay, he's dark skinned, tall, with braids that's going back. And yeah. He was wearing jeans, blue jeans, with a white shirt.
Blue jeans and a white shirt? Hey, can you go right over there and look down Busby over here for a man?
The injured males were identified as Khalil Stewart and Statron Colbert from Norcross. The woman, Ilonika Duomo of Atlanta, owned the Charger. At first, all denied anyone else was involved, but officers found fresh footprints and blue Crocs nearby. Duomo later admitted her boyfriend, Bobby Harrell, was the driver. Phone data confirmed Harrell was at the crash scene and later fled toward Barrett Parkway before returning to Duluth.
One was wearing a hoodie, both of them were wearing hoodies, one just had knee surgery.
How many people were in the car?
Now she's saying there's somebody else. Hey, y'all mind checking Busby for me?
No, we're going right now.
Hey,
2 units are going to go check that, and then I'm going to cut through the woods.
Black male, blue jeans, white shirt, braids pulled back. Are you hurt?
Yeah, I feel a little dizzy.
All right. Well, come with me.
Could you please check my car for my phone?
On May 6, 2026, at approximately 9:46 p.m., Trooper Phelps was traveling northbound on Towson Avenue near South D Street when he observed a dark-colored Suzuki GS 500 motorcycle ahead of him. A registration check showed the motorcycle's insurance status could not be confirmed. Trooper Phelps activated his emergency lights and siren to initiate a traffic stop, but the motorcycle continued onto South D Street and fled from the patrol unit, leading to a pursuit.
1037. South D, coming up to Rogers. The speeds are 62. Oh, he's about to wreck out. Never mind, he's still going for it. Alston's passing South D, still on South D, and towards Rogers.
Head towards Rogers and South D.
Now he's getting on the Rogers. Traffic's medium right now.
Head towards Rogers, medium traffic.
Eastbound on Rogers now, passing, I believe, south of 23rd.
Head towards passing south 23rd.
Traffic's heavy right now. He's going to oncoming traffic. We're coming up to Rogers and Greenwood. Rogers and Greenwood. Speeds are 78 right now. Passing Free Ferry. Speed's 97. Traffic's light right now. Still on Rogers, continuing. This test is out 37. Traffic's light. Speed's 85 right now. Go ahead and notify H6 if you haven't.
I'm on here.
10-4. Speeds still 82. Traffic's light. South 46. Coming up to the mall.
Yeah, we're coming up on the mall.
Still on Rogers. He just ran a red light. Clear left, clear right. And now still passing Harvest Bank on Rogers, coming up to Waldron.
Yeah, we're coming on Rogers.
I think he's losing power. We're slowing down. Speeds are 60. Just ran a red light. Traffic's medium right now. We're coming up to 540. Speeds are 75. Do you know if I power lane if we're going in? He's in the oncoming traffic right now. On Rogers, stand by. Clear left or right. Speeds are 80. Coming up to it's Andy's, passing Andy's on Rogers. Speeds are 83. Traffic's medium now. Coming up to the busier part of Rogers.
The pursuit continued eastbound on Rogers Avenue through heavy traffic conditions. Speeds during the chase ranged from approximately 80 to 100 miles per hour. Trooper Phelps searched for a safe opportunity to move alongside the motorcycle and force it toward the shoulder.
I'm gonna try to push him over. Not bumping, but just getting boxed in. Speeds are about 80, 67, passing South 79.
Passing South 79.
Passing Mazard. About to come up to Mazard, stand by. He's in the oncoming traffic right now, passing Walmart.
Passing Walmart. Hey, this is Thomas for them.
Get on your ground now! Get on the fucking ground now! I will fucking kill you! Put your hands behind your fucking back! I got him.
After colliding with the patrol vehicle and crashing, the rider attempted to flee on foot for a short distance before surrendering. When asked for identification, the rider responded, "Your mama," and initially refused to provide his name. He was later identified as Sean Beagles. Troopers determined that Beagles was driving on a suspended license and also had an active warrant through the Fort Smith Police Department. Beagles was taken into custody and secured in the rear of Trooper Phelps' patrol vehicle. While seated inside the patrol unit, he reportedly stated, "After you take these handcuffs off, I'm gonna knock your bitch ass out." On the evening of February 14, 2024, South Carolina Highway Patrol initiated a traffic stop on a black Cadillac Escalade. However, as the trooper approached the vehicle, the driver suddenly accelerated, leading officers on a high-speed pursuit that lasted nearly 10 minutes.
Photo on a black Escalade SUV with a South Carolina paper tag of Tango Whiskey Hotel 0317 Whiskey. That's TWH0317W South Carolina. It's a GMC car.
10-4.
He's taking off. Call it 896. Richmond, show me 10-0. 10-4. Reach for stops, possible 1055.
At first, the suspect drove through narrow residential streets. As officers attempted to block the vehicle, the suspect nearly collided with a patrol car.
going right. Left on single tree. Right on book.
As the pursuit reached the main roads, speeds climbed to 120 to 130 miles per hour. When the suspect's vehicle hit a speed bump at high speed, one of the front tires was damaged. Officers quickly seized the opportunity to try and stop the vehicle.
Hit a tree, hit a tree.
Let me see your hands! Put your hands out the window now! Right now!
Finally, after several minutes of reckless driving, the suspect lost control, crashing into a tree at low speed. The suspect was taken into custody immediately without further incident.
Hey, secure him.
Hey, drop it right now. Drop it. Drop it. Drop it. Drop it.
Try to secure him. Don't move.
At 9:07 p.m. on January 21, 2025, Bartlett police reported a stolen Nissan Maxima northbound on Interstate 55 near the 10-mile marker. Trooper Collier Wright responded and soon clocked the car at 130 miles per hour near mile marker 19. The driver briefly cut the headlights at exit 21 before speeding up again, prompting Wright to activate his lights and siren.
Stay on one exit.
TBI.
You're right, TBI.
The suspect exited onto the service road and turned west on Highway 42, accelerating to about 100 miles per hour. Trooper Wright closed the gap and set up for a tactical vehicle intervention. When the driver suddenly hit the brakes, the maneuver was carried out, sending the Nissan into a ditch on the right shoulder. Trooper Dylan Evans arrived moments later to assist in a felony stop. The driver, identified as Anthony Powers, surrendered without incident and was taken into custody. On June 25, 2025, Trooper Charmella was notified by Troop D Communications that St. Francis County deputies were actively pursuing a vehicle northbound on State Highway 261 toward Palestine. The suspect vehicle, a brown Chevrolet, continued eastbound on Interstate 40. Trooper Charmella responded to the area, intercepted the pursuit at mile marker 256, and assumed the lead position.
TBI, he went into the cable bears.
TBI into the cable bears. Before you direct.
After taking over the pursuit at mile marker 256, Trooper Charmello executed a successful TBI on the suspect's brown Chevrolet, causing it to spin and strike an Arkansas Department of Transportation cable barrier. The pursuit ended safely, and the driver, identified as Jimmy Lee Manasco, was taken into custody without further incident. A records check revealed that Manasco's Arkansas driver's license was expired and no valid insurance could be confirmed for the vehicle. At the St. Francis County Detention Center, Trooper Charmello observed signs of impairment, including red, watery eyes, slurred speech, drooping knees, and difficulty maintaining balance. Manasco refused to perform standardized field sobriety tests, declined to provide a urine sample, and refused to sign the rights form. Around 10:45 p.m. on November 27, 2023, Arkansas officers spotted a stolen pickup truck hauling a trailer with a large engine. The vehicle had been reported stolen from a local business earlier that day. When officers attempted a traffic stop, the driver refused to comply and fled, leading to a multi-unit pursuit.
Intersection 37. We're just going to have to hit the truck. I've had one like this before with the trailer. There's no way you can fit it. We're still on 20. I'm getting off the interstate. Through the wall. I'm secondary, 28's primary. We're coming up on King George. 35 to 43, try to bump it in if you can. Hey, side 28, trying to do the 3 as well. King George, speed 70. We got the King George, speed 70. I'm right here with him.
At an intersection, Trooper Manuel Valente Sotelo attempted to use his patrol car to stop the suspect's vehicle. However, due to the size and weight of the stolen truck and trailer, the maneuver had little effect. After about 10 minutes of pursuit, the suspect's vehicle showed signs of engine trouble and began slowing down. Several patrol units moved in, blocking the truck and forcing it to the shoulder. The vehicle came to a stop, and the driver was taken into custody without further incident. The suspect later admitted to stealing the truck from a nearby business. On June 8, 2025, while patrolling near Steve Whalen Boulevard, Dayton police observed a vehicle driving recklessly as it entered US 35. The vehicle matched the description of a stolen car that had struck a flock safety camera earlier that day. As officers attempted to catch up and verify the license plate, the driver exited at Smithville Road, drove onto the grass, and then re-entered US 35, this time traveling the wrong way into oncoming traffic. Officers activated their emergency lights and sirens, but the driver refused to stop, leading to a pursuit.
149 dispatch, we've got a wrong way driver, 35 eastbound, I'm behind it in pursuit.
What's your code 35 right? Mile markers.
Mile marker 38, 35 eastbound. Speed's a 76. Traffic is light.
Are there any other cars that can serve that way? 46, hold on. You're good.
We're still going to be 35 eastbound, wrong way. Speed's 90.
Speed about 90, traffic light.
If I get the chance, I'm going to attempt to ram him. Stop.
We're going to be past what Main Street, Jefferson Street exit. We're going to be taking the on-ramp to Main Street, Jefferson Street.
Due to the suspect's reckless and dangerous actions posing a serious threat to public safety, an officer intentionally struck the vehicle to force it to stop. The driver, a 25-year-old male, was taken into custody and transported to a local hospital for treatment before being booked into the Montgomery County Jail. He is facing felony charges for failing to comply. A 26-year-old male passenger was also arrested on an outstanding warrant and taken to jail. At around 4:21 p.m. on January 24th, 2024, Officer Barnett was assisting another officer in a pursuit when a white Chevrolet pickup ran a stop sign on Celia Drive, nearly hitting the passenger side of his patrol car. Barnett turned around, activated his emergency lights, and tried to stop the vehicle. The driver of the pickup jumped out and slid into the front passenger seat of a white Nissan Altima. As the Altima began reversing, Barnett stepped out with his issued handgun, then quickly returned to his patrol car as the Altima sped off. The vehicle, bearing Florida tag GIJJ74, fled at high speed, and Barnett initiated pursuit.
red light is on the track. Hey, you're not connected to my car. They're still going. 1050 again.
That Dodge pickup just stopped.
On Monday, April 4th, 2023, at around 2:53 p.m., dispatch received a report from Fort Smith Police about a white 2005 Dodge Ram 1500 wanted in an aggravated robbery. Sergeant Roy Moomey stated the suspect vehicle entered the State Police Headquarters parking lot with an FSPD unit behind it. Lights activated. Sergeant Moomey joined the pursuit, but despite both units having emergency lights on, the vehicle refused to stop.
They're coming across the river bridge now, speed 100. They're going across the river bridge, speed 100. 1350. Approaching the red light, here 25. Still going eastbound, he's going to come right to the bridges. Let's go, let me around you. 25, we gotta get this guy through.
25, we gotta get this guy flipped out. Trying to pit just north of 71. He missed him. Still northbound, speed's 100. Passing 282, speed's 100. He's trying to dodge the pit. 25, you want me to get up there?
I'm trying.
No, I know. I'm just saying that I got a pit now. Passing on double yellow. Passing a school bus. Coming in oncoming traffic. We're coming up from Dow Jones. Speed 100. Passing Dow Jones. Speed still 100. There was still a while down when I passed me on 64. Looks like we're passing another school bus on double yellow. Speed's 115. Passing Boat Road. Passing 2 cars. We're really trying to get him over. We got him pitted out, Fort Smith.
We're just north of Jackson.
Get on the ground! Get on the ground!
Speed's up, you know.
Get on the ground! She fucking moves! Don't you?
We got him.
My gun point. Go for it, gun point. 24 good 30 in there.
On October 1st, 2025, a Florida Highway Patrol trooper spotted a white Honda speeding along the shoulder of Interstate 95 near Northwest 151st Street in Miami-Dade County. The vehicle was weaving through traffic and recklessly passing other cars on the shoulder. When the trooper activated his lights and siren to initiate a traffic stop, the driver refused to pull over, instead accelerating and sparking a dangerous high-speed pursuit. After a brief pursuit, the trooper attempted a pit maneuver, but it was unsuccessful. Moments later, the driver lost control and crashed into a concrete barrier, bringing the chase to an end. The driver, later identified as 19-year-old Abel Campos of Hialeah, surrendered and was taken into custody without further incident. Campos was booked on charges of fleeing and eluding at high speed and reckless driving causing property damage. No injuries were reported. Around 5:50 p.m. on June 4, 2025, Trooper Crossland was notified by dispatch that a caller was following his own stolen vehicle southbound on Highway 65 through Damascus. The vehicle was described as an older black Dodge Ram with a silver toolbox in the bed. By 5:55 p.m., Crossland located the truck near 5th Street. As it neared Magnolia Drive, he activated his lights and siren to initiate a stop, but the driver didn't yield. Trooper Crossland and Trooper Corey Earls moved in behind the Dodge Ram, positioning their patrol cars on either side of its rear bumper with lights and sirens activated. Nearby traffic slowed or pulled over, but the suspect continued on, refusing to stop and setting off a pursuit.
I'm behind it. Take you to that 28 with Adam Lincoln, George 564, right?
Yep, 10-4. I'm behind you.
Push 24.
We're 1037 with it.
To keep the pursuit from escalating, Trooper Crossland executed a TVI just south of the Highway 225 intersection. The move spun the truck clockwise and sent it into the grass along the west shoulder. The driver, identified as Webb, bailed out while the vehicle was still rolling and ran toward a nearby wooded area. Trooper Earls gave chase on foot, and Webb surrendered without further incident. He was taken into custody. Webb was transported to Faulkner County Troop 2 and charged with theft by receiving, fleeing, speeding, and driving without a valid license.
Let me 10-8, 1A, show me out with the road rage incident. Just got flagged down, I just pulled in behind me.
On February 21st, 2021, around 8:51 a.m., Trooper James was wrapping up a traffic stop on I-75 South in Henry County when two motorcyclists pulled in behind him. They reported being followed by a gray SUV since leaving a gas station in Alpharetta. As they spoke, the SUV arrived and reversed down the interstate toward them. Trooper James instructed the driver, later identified as Tanya Dominic Higgins of Kentucky, to pull onto the shoulder. She complied, and Trooper James notified Troop D Communications.
14 Griffin. 1702 George Edward, Kentucky. 1702 George Edward. Hey! Just pulled off from me, 10-12.
As the woman exited her vehicle, the motorcyclist asked to leave, and Trooper James allowed it. As they rode off, Ms. Higgins got back into her SUV, ignored commands to stop, and began chasing the motorcycles. Trooper James alerted dispatch and followed her, activating his siren. She briefly moved to the shoulder near mile marker 218, but did not stop. Trooper James advised that a pursuit was underway.
She might be tired, he said. I'm going to target somebody looking for a bit.
Ms. Higgins re-entered traffic and continued tailing the motorcycles, copying their lane changes. As Trooper James closed in, she moved into the fast lane. He kept dispatch updated on their location, and after passing mile marker 216, requested backup from Locust Grove Police. Trooper First Class L. Pryor also radioed his location as the pursuit continued. At mile marker 215, Ms. Higgins briefly pulled onto the shoulder, but took off again as Trooper James approached. She moved into the middle lane, waved out the window, and briefly fixated on a passing motorcycle before continuing to follow it. Trooper James positioned himself to shield other traffic, while Ms. Higgins began mirroring his lane changes as TFC Pryor closed in.
Shoulder again, right here, 213 south. All right, she's exiting the vehicle. Wanna go, boy?
Stop! Stop right now. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Lay flat on your chest. Lay flat on your chest, your stomach. Do it now. Prone out, prone your hands out.
Ms. Higgins eventually stopped on the west shoulder near mile marker 213 and got out of her vehicle. Trooper James notified dispatch, drew his Glock 45, and gave verbal commands. She complied by lying on the ground. During this, a dog exited her vehicle and sat in the center lane. Ms. Higgins said it was friendly. As TFC Pryor arrived, Ms. Higgins suddenly ran back to her SUV. Trooper James followed, warning her not to drive. He drew his ASP baton and raised it to possibly break the window. She then raised her hands and exited the vehicle.
Get out of the car. Get on the ground right now. Get on the ground right now. Do not fucking move. Don't move. Don't move. Don't move. Turn around.
Here we go, kid. Oh my God, shit. I have me.
95, 1039. Next one.
On February 5th, 2023, around 7:55 p.m., Trooper Bates was stopped at a red light on the ramp from I-75/85 South to University Avenue when he saw a black GMC Yukon speed through the intersection. He immediately activated his lights and siren to initiate a traffic stop, but the driver refused to pull over, sparking a pursuit through the area. The suspect vehicle then turned onto Cleveland Avenue, heading west before merging onto the northbound I-75 ramp. While on the ramp, the GMC Yukon rear-ended another vehicle, causing a minor crash. The driver and passenger immediately fled on foot. Trooper Bates remained at the scene to assist the occupants of the struck vehicle. With help from the Atlanta Police Air Unit, officers located both the driver and passenger, hiding in a wooded area nearby. They were taken into custody without further incident. The driver was identified as 21-year-old Troyshawn Jarve Porter. Both individuals were transported to Grady Hospital for medical evaluation, and the passenger was later released without charges. Near the crash site, investigators recovered a black Glock 22 Gen 4, .40 caliber, with a damaged magazine containing 13 rounds, an illegal auto switch, and a broken laser sight found nearby.
We're okay. I'm just freaking out.
Okay, so are you okay?
Yes, we're okay. I didn't even...
Dispatch has been located.
On Wednesday, October 4th, 2023, at approximately 4:58 p.m., Trooper Ray responded to mile marker 144 northbound on Interstate 95 for an agency assist. Dispatch informed him that the Jupiter Police Department was tracking a suspect wanted for attempted murder in a stabbing of a physician. The suspect, identified as Nicholas Parchesco, a white male, was reported traveling northbound on Interstate 95 toward Indian River County. Probable cause existed for his arrest, and he was driving a white Lexus sedan with Florida license plate DAGA17.
Get out of the way!
Dispatch has been located. Dispatch has been located.
Coming on the left.
Dispatch has been located.
As the pursuit approached the Fellsmere exit, deputies deployed spike strips, striking one of Parchesco's tires. Despite the damage, Parchesco continued to flee, evading 3 marked agency units.
Dispatch has been located.
I'm getting ahead. I'm getting ahead.
Dispatch has been located. Dispatch has been located. Dispatch has been
I'm getting ahead.
Dispatch has been located.
They cut it to the moon. He's going to get stuck. He's in the water. He made it. He might make it through, guys, if he can cut across. Back southbound.
Dispatch has been located.
Yeah, he's southbound on the outside shoulder on 95 southbound. Another fit. Stand by. 33, please, on 95.
I use 1032 traffic. This information, he is armed.
Dispatch has been located.
As the disabled tire slowed the vehicle, Parchesco Parchesko attempted to cross the median at mile marker 158 to reverse direction and head south. Deputies executed a successful pit maneuver, stopping the vehicle. Parchesko was taken into custody without incident. Jupiter Police Department officers took over the attempted murder investigation. Deputy DeLeon transported Parchesko to the Criminal Investigations Division and later booked him into the Indian River County Jail. He was charged with fleeing and eluding at high speed.
Dispatch has been updated. Dispatch has been updated. Dispatch has been updated. Dispatch has been updated.
I want you to pick your shirt up, listen to me. Pick your shirt up with your hands to your waist. Grab your shirt, pick it up to your waist.
Dispatch has been updated. Assistance from the bar. Updated.
Anything else?
At approximately 10:27 p.m. on December 14th, 2025, Trooper Middlecoff was on patrol when he observed a Ford Escape committing a traffic violation. He pulled in behind the vehicle to initiate a stop. When emergency lights were activated, the Ford turned onto a dirt road at a slow speed but failed to stop, then suddenly accelerated and fled, triggering a high-speed pursuit.
County Road 711 north of
The second pit maneuver sent the suspect vehicle spinning counterclockwise, but the driver managed to regain control and continued fleeing at high speed. The third pit maneuver was forceful and decisive, but it still failed to disable the vehicle. The suspect continued fleeing, leaving the roadway and racing across an open grassy field.
John Grace cutting across the field.
stop. I got him stopped here. Show your hand! Show your hand!
Where you at?
Don't move! Don't, you're gonna get shot! You're gonna get shot! Keep reaching! You keep reaching, you're gonna get shot! Stay where you're at! Don't move!
Yeah, if you want to call my mom!
I don't care! You keep moving! You keep moving, you're gonna get shot!
John's right in the middle of the field, just off of 150.
On the afternoon of October 24th, 2024, Trooper Schwab was parked roadside when he received a report about a red pickup truck attempting to flee from law enforcement. Realizing the suspect vehicle was nearby, Trooper Schwab began searching the area and quickly spotted a truck matching the description. He turned around to follow the vehicle and attempted a traffic stop, but the driver appeared to ignore the signal. Trooper Schwab initiated a pursuit and notified dispatch.
Complexes here in Greenland. I've got Greenland and CID. Coming back out to 71.
The suspect vehicle entered a small residential area where another patrol unit attempted to block its path. The driver swerved and narrowly avoided the unit, then turned back onto the main road in an effort to escape. Trooper Schwab prepared to perform a TVI to stop the fleeing vehicle.
Traffic's medium to line, northbound 71. Shit. TBI rollover 216. Hey.
Minutes later, Trooper Schwab successfully executed a TVI, causing the suspect's vehicle to spin and rendering two of its tires inoperable. Both the driver and passenger were immediately taken into custody. They both admitted to stealing the vehicle earlier. A quick search by officers uncovered marijuana on both suspects and a handgun in the vehicle. Both individuals were taken to jail, facing multiple serious charges.
Go put handcuffs on him. Who else is in the car besides you two?
We can't want this. Why is this happening? Why is this happening, sir? I didn't want you to do that.
Get off.
I can't.
Get off.
I'm trying, sir.
Now get out on it.
Didn't do this,
On the ground.
Yes, sir, I didn't do anything.
Who else is in the car?
Sir, I didn't do anything, I promise.
Is there anybody else in it?
I'm down. I'm done shit.
You move and I'm gonna pull your fucking head off.
Yes, sir. I didn't do that.
Put your hands behind your back, right?
On May 30th, 2024, at about 3:44 p.m., Officer Fuller was patrolling on Wares Cross Road near South Crossroad Road when he spotted a motorcycle without a license plate. As Fuller prepared to activate his emergency lights, the motorcycle turned into a private driveway. Fuller followed with his lights activated. The rider initially stopped, but then backed the motorcycle up and suddenly accelerated across the yard toward Wares Cross Road, immediately triggering a pursuit.
When a white motorcycle comes towards 219, white male, red shirt, black hat, black helmet. 684. Where's Crossroads coming up on 219?
Where's Crossroads coming up on 219? Repeat, operation at number 60.
Clear left, clear right. Straight on to Cameron Mill.
Cameron Mill.
684 GSP dispatch. I'm 1080 Cameron Mill with a motorcycle heading towards Basic Cameron Point Drive. On side road. Passing River Club Drive. We had Yellow Deck here this morning. On Whitaker Road. That's the Yellow Jacket.
Although the pursuit was not extremely fast, safely stopping a motorcycle is never simple. With its agility, one small mistake from the officer could easily allow the rider to escape.
Westwood Drive. Go bush behind a second, South Greenwood.
Officer Fuller pursued the suspect into the woods, but quickly lost sight of him in the dense brush. Backup units arrived, secured the area, and began a search. The rider, later identified as Fred Thomas Fincher III, was eventually found hiding in a nearby yard and taken into custody without further incident. Officers later confirmed that Fincher had multiple outstanding felony warrants, including a no-bond warrant issued by the Department of Probation, Parole, and Pardon Services.